Captain Mattson here again. Last time you and I spoke, I think we were looking at a lot of snow and we're talking about shoveling out hydrants. Obviously, it's not snow anymore. Obviously, we've got a lot of sun and heat, and actually we've had a lot of dry days here. This is a perfect opportunity for us, the fire department, to remind you about some summer safety tips for us. As of late, in the last week, we've seen several local grass fires, and we're not talking large grass fires where Smokey the Bear is going to come out and help us all. We're talking some small residential grass fires that have started from various common things that you're going to see nowadays. We had one that started via a barbecue, and one that started with some fireworks. Both very common things you're going to find in the summer, but they're right now with the environment we're in, without the lack of rain and the heat and the humidity and the wind that we've had, it's a very dangerous time for us. So I'd like to give you some quick safety tips for your house, for your neighbor's house, and for just safety in general. Again, the grass is really, really dry out there. Our yards are all turning brown. There's not enough watering going on to keep up with the heat that we have. If you do happen to water, make sure you kind of do it at night. You're going to have no sun, so the moisture is going to stay in your yard, keep your soil moist, and keep that grass fresh and green so it's not susceptible to flames. We've all got tons of stuff. I'm going to reach down right here. Mulch chips. Even here at the fire department, we've got wood mulch. This stuff dries out. It's highly flammable in these dry environments like this. Any kind of sparks, especially with the 4th of July, those kind of things going on, they can ignite this kind of material. Wood and paper burns around 400 to 500 degrees. Your little handheld sparklers, those burn at 1200 degrees. So obviously that's a good source of ignition. So you want to make sure if you do use any sort of fireworks, you do it responsibly, make sure there's not a high wind outside, and make sure you're not near anything that's combustible. Around your own house, your home, your apartments, make sure that anything that you do have up against your home as far as wood chips, mulch, you keep that moist as well. Water that area down. Try to keep dead leaves, dead branches away from your homes or anything that's combustible. We even go as far as removing combustible materials from your deck. If you have a deck on your home, those couch cushions, those outdoor patio furniture cushions, those can be combustible as well. If there is, heaven forbid, a fire that does happen to run across your yard or your neighbor's yard, we don't want it getting closer to your house. So if you have any kind of materials that are on your deck that are combustible, that's just going to add to the fuel to the fire, so to speak. So just keep those things in mind. Also, when you're out barbecuing, if you have a charcoal grill, those obviously retain their heat much longer. Don't dump the ashes out anywhere until you make sure they're completely cooled down. Don't dump them in the garbage. Don't leave it unattended until it's cooled down. Please put some water on there. Gas grills, even though you turn the flame off, there's still some heat to those. If you hit it in the wrong spot, some dripping grease, something innocently can start a fire, and that can spread quickly to your house, to your neighbor's house, neighbor's fence, anywhere. So always keep that in mind. So other safety tips, not only keeping your area surrounded hydrated, keep yourself hydrated, because it's very hot out here. We've also seen some heat emergencies. So keeping the fluids in you, keeping an eye on yourself and your friends and your family to see if they're acting normal, if they're sweating too much, they're acting too hot or out of breath. Keep an eye on each other. Keep yourself hydrated, keep your lawns hydrated, keep your pets hydrated. Don't stay out for too long. Sunblock, sunburns, those are other things that we see around here. So let's keep that in mind. And unfortunately around the Twin Cities area, we've seen and heard of several drownings. At this point last year, DNR was telling us that we had 15 drownings in the state of Minnesota. Today I heard this morning we have 25 already. So it's really an epidemic that's kind of popping around. Water safety is also a big thing for us to keep an eye on. So keep your eye on your children at all water settings and your friends and family as well. And we just had one up in Fridley, a drowning, so it was an unfortunate situation. So just some tips and tricks for you guys. Again, until we get some good rain, be smart, use some common sense. We do allow rec fires in the city of Columbia Heights with a permit, but we do ask that you utilize common sense. Like, for example, on a windy day today and the lack of rain we've had, you should not have a rec fire. You need to have some rain in the system, rain in the yard, to make things down. And even if you are doing everything 100% correctly, according to the rules and regs on those fire permits, we can still ask you to put it out if we deem that it's too dangerous. So again, thank you so much. Have a safe summer, and we'll see you soon.